The nice thing about the pond was it just expanded my area for gardening.
Part of the natural beauty is Dolly has it arranged so the garden is always in bloom.
You actually pay attention.
I do pay attention occasionally. I look, I love it.
Once I started planting around the pond, I got more passionate about it because I got to experiment with plants that I've never had before, like grasses and water plants.
And the water plants have been the coolest because I knew nothing about those. You know, I at least had a year under my belt with the other gardening in the ground, but the water plants really have a nature all their own.
First of all, they set up the whole area. I mean, people love to look at plants, especially if they have pretty flowers on them.
I go for color. I want nice color and texture.
Because I know about plants, I know what will soften the edge of a pond, what'll make it look natural. I know what plants will add color and focus.
There's no way to do it wrong. If you put it out there and you don't like the way it turns out, you dig them up and you move them somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you know, then you get to have the fun all over again. How does it going to turn out this time? It's a painting that you can kind of redo and over as many times as you want to.
It just looks so pretty. I'm so proud of my pond. I absolutely would not have a pond without the fish.
We always have had fish from day one.
I can go out to that pond and stare at those fish for an hour. I know that sounds goofy, but it's a de-stressor. And it's just watching them swim around and the movements.
Every single fish is named, every single one.
Biggest one, the very first one that we had put in there is Dreamsicle.
Hot tamale.
He named them Hoover, Oric, and Eureka. Obviously after the vacuum cleaners, because when you feed them, they come up and they're sucking away. And it's
Like, oh, we've got Midnight. We have a black koi, jet black, so he's Midnight.
And I have Silky. She's a white, leather-sided koi.
And we do have a blue koi, supposedly rare.
You become a friend to your fish and you want to feed them every day. I look forward to it.
She rushes home every day to feed the fish. I get home, she's like, all right, I already fed them, don't feed them anymore.
They're beautiful. Some are just gorgeous. The kids love them. They love to feed them.
Fish come right up and eat it right out of your hand.
Algae tends to build up. It's normal, okay? I don't have any algae in my pond at all. You know, the green, stringy stuff, because my fish eat it all.
And the fish will eat off everything that's in the pond. They don't need the fish food.
Oh, but I think they do.
We travel a lot, and you actually don't have to worry about people coming over and feeding them. They just kind of do their own thing. They eat some of the algae and stuff that may grow into the pond. Ponds stay very clear, so they're pretty much a perfect pet.
You don't have to do anything with the fish. I mean, the fish stay in there year round. Everybody says, well, what do you do with the fish in the winter? Nothing. They stay in the pond. That's the neat thing, you know. You don't have to do anything to the fish.
Don't feed
They
them.
hibernate like bears.
Yeah, don't feed them.
They go on the bottom of the pond, they hang out.
Make sure they have a little air hole and they're happy.
You put a bubbler in, or you have the option of letting your waterfall run all winter long.
We just have to be careful at the bottom of the waterfall to make sure the ice doesn't form at that one section so that the water can continue to flow underneath.
And then spring, they all thaw out.
The ice melts, and boom, the fish are there. Temperature goes above 55.
And they're happy to see you, and you have a little food in April for them.
And they're bigger, they grow.
I'm excited to be able to see the fish because of the system that Aquascapes gives to us, really clears the water. We don't have any problems with brown or green water. Everything's nice and clear.